Okay, folks, let's be real for a sec, all right? How many of you out there, and I'm guilty of this too, have looked at your to-do list
Oh
and
yeah,
thought, nope, not today?
every single day. It's a masterpiece of avoidance.
It's like we build this wall of procrastination, you know? But fear not, dear listeners, because today on our deep dive, we are tackling this beast head on. We're diving into an episode of Whispers of Wisdom, a podcast I know many of you love, and they get right to the heart of it, and they do it with a riddle. Are you ready for this?
Hit me with it. I love a good brain teaser.
All right, get this. I'm the king of last-minute panics. I sneak up when you leave things until later, convincing you that you still have time. What am I?
Ooh, okay. Let me think. I'm feeling the pressure now. It's got to be something sneaky, right? Something that tricks you into thinking you've got it all under control.
Oh, you are so close.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the illusion of time. No, wait, that's not quite it. Is it procrastination?
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. It is procrastination. That master of disguise, that sweet-talking saboteur that whispers in your ear. Go ahead, just one more episode. You could do it tomorrow.
And that's the thing, right? It's insidious. It's not just about being lazy. It's deeper than that. There's like this whole psychology behind it.
Exactly. And Whispers of Wisdom really digs into the why of it all. Like, why do we do this to ourselves?
Well, a lot of times it boils down to fear. Fear of failure, fear of success even, or maybe just feeling overwhelmed by the sheer size of a task. So what does our brain do? It hits the avoid button.
Makes sense. So our brain thinks it's protecting us, but in reality, it's just kicking the can down the road, right?
Yeah.
So how do we break free from this procrastination prison? What does the episode suggest?
Well, they've got three pretty solid strategies. And the first one is all about deadlines.
Deadlines. Now, hold on a second. I can already feel my shoulders tensing up just hearing that word.
I know, right? But hear me out on this. You don't have to wait for some external force, like a boss or a teacher, to impose a deadline on you. You can set them for yourself. The episode even mentioned, get this, Beyoncé. Even Queen Day herself sets deadlines to stay on top of her game.
Okay, if Beyoncé does it, then I am totally willing to give it a try. So how exactly do self-imposed deadlines work? Is it just about picking a date and hoping for the best?
Well, there's a bit more to it than that, but setting a clear time frame creates that sense of urgency. It's like suddenly your brain goes, oh, this thing actually needs to get done. Let's focus. It's like Parkinson's law in action.
Parkinson's law. Now that rings a bell.
It basically states that work will expand to fill the time you give it. So if you don't set those boundaries, that to-do list will just sprawl out indefinitely.
Wow, that's kind of terrifying, but also makes a lot of sense. Definitely been there. Okay, so we've got our Beyoncé-approved deadlines. What's the next weapon in our procrastination fighting arsenal?
All right, this next one is for all you instant gratification junkies out there because it's all about rewards.
Ooh, rewards. Now you're speaking my language.
Exactly. See, our brains are wired to crave those little hits of dopamine, those good feelings we get from accomplishing something, even something small. So the episode suggests using this to our advantage. Instead of just letting those rewards happen randomly, we strategically plan them.
Oh, I like where this is going. So give me an example.
Okay, say you're working on a big project, right?
Right?
But you're also dying to watch the new season of your favorite show.
Let me guess. Bridgerton.
Maybe. So instead of letting that marathon viewing session turn into a procrastination party, you use it strategically. You say, okay, I'm going to finish this chapter or these slides, and then I get to reward myself with an episode.
Oh, I see. So it's like a little carrot and stick approach, but instead of a stick, it's, well, more Bridgerton. Genius.
Exactly. You're basically training your brain to associate productivity with pleasure.
That is brilliantly sneaky. I love it. All right, what about that last tactic you mentioned, the one that really spoke to you? What was it?
Right. This one's all about visualization, but not just any visualization. It's not just picturing yourself, triumphantly crossing the finish line, all of that's part of it. It's also about visualizing the stress you've avoided by tackling the task head on.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not just about the reward of finishing. It's about sidestepping that whole anxiety spiral that procrastination creates in the first place.
Exactly. Because let's be real, procrastination is stressful. It's like this low-grade anxiety that just hangs over your head until you finally deal with whatever it is you're putting off.
Tell me about it. So by visualizing that calmer, more in-control version of ourselves, we're basically rewiring our brains to choose peace over panic.
Precisely. It's like choosing a relaxing evening with a good book over a night of frantic last-minute scrambling. Your brain starts to see the value in proactive action.
Mind blown. Seriously, this episode is packed with good stuff. So to recap, our procrastination busting toolkit includes setting those Beyoncé-inspired deadlines. We're using strategic rewards like well-placed Bridgerton breaks, and we're visualizing our way to a calmer, more accomplished selves. It feels so manageable when you break it down like that.
It really is, and that's the key takeaway here. You don't need to completely overhaul your life to start conquering procrastination. Just pick one of these strategies, maybe even just start with one small task and give it a try. You might be surprised by how effective these little shifts can be.
Such a good point. Even baby steps are still steps in the right direction. All right, folks, before we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave you with a little something to ponder.
Mm.
Think about one task, big or small, that you've been putting off. What is it? Now, how can you use one of these strategies to take that first step today? It doesn't have to be a huge leap, just a little nudge to break free from that procrastination grip.
Love that challenge. Remember, even small actions can lead to big changes. You've got this.
Couldn't have said it better. That's it for today's deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and procrastination